My name is Desmond Miles. I'm a prisoner of war. A war I never knew existed. Waged by two groups I never thought were real. Templars and Assassins.
In a year packed full of AAA sequels, it's been hard to see the wood for the trees. However, thanks to our eagle vision, Assassin's Creed 2 has remained firmly in our sights. The follow-up to 2007's adventure, the action kicks off with Desmond and Lucy busting out of Abstergo in dramatic and bloody fashion.
Holy shit!
After setting up shop in the rebel headquarters, Desmond jumps straight into the bootleg Animus and heads for Renaissance Italy, where he steps into the shoes of the young troublemaker and Peter Andre lookalike Ezio Auditore da Firenze.
Your sister seemed quite satisfied with the handling I gave her earlier.
Uccidetelo!
When we first revisit Ezio's memories, he's causing trouble in the neighbourhood. Trouble that his playground fighting skills struggle to keep up with. Luckily, his mean right hook sees him through his first brawl, and we get to feel up our fallen enemies while pretending to look for loose change. It's not long before a family tragedy sets the scene for an epic tale of murder, intrigue, betrayal, and lots more murder. The foundations we saw in Assassin's Creed have been totally overhauled to provide a much more organic experience. There are now twice as many mission types as there were, and main story quests are often a mashup of several different types. You'll now start with a spot of eavesdropping, then some good old-fashioned stalking, and finally 6 inches of cold hard steel to the jugular. Blending is also greatly improved, and there's no longer any need to go searching for scholars to hide from trouble. Random groups of civilians happily provide cover, as do the various factions, thieves, soldiers, and courtesans who will do Ezio's bidding for a small fee. And if people do get in your way, simply chuck a handful of coins at them and wander around the outside. Killing guards or other noteworthy actions raises your notoriety meter. When this maxes out, guards are on high alert and will spot you from a mile away. Thankfully, notoriety can be dropped by bribing heralds, killing officials, or ripping down the inconveniently placed wanted posters. The Assassin's Handbook has undergone several updates since Altair's time, with a small handful of new skills and weapons to play with. The wall grab isn't very exciting, but the rest of the new toys more than make up for it. Aerial assassinations are stupidly rewarding, and the haystack attack lets you kill a guard and hide them on a bench or inside a haystack, a great way to lose random heat. Dual wielding the upgradable hidden blades makes for some great double kills too, and with the right positioning, it's possible to slice through 3 or 4 enemies in a patrol before they even have a chance to react. Finishing moves with the 2 blades are more brutal too, with a sweet Wolverine style schnickety-schnick finisher that's guaranteed to leave a bruise. Ubisoft made a big deal of Ezio's swimming skills, and while the high dives do look pretty cool, it's just too easy to hide in the canals, especially as the guards seem to be terminally hydrophobic. Avoiding attention is as simple as hopping in the water, swimming a few yards, and waiting until the brain-dead heavies lose interest. There are a few other niggles that keep cropping up as well. The parkour mechanics are much better than they were, but there are still too many times when a stray shift of the camera will see Ezio take an unexpected detour. Now this is not ideal when you're running along rooftops. Killing large groups is a little bit too easy as well, and no real threat, especially with a full stack of meds. For some reason, the guards will often stand and wait politely while you slay their friends. Although, this could be because we usually disarm gatecrashers and eviscerate them with their own weapon. Da Vinci's flying machine was a bit of a letdown, but luckily doesn't make much of an appearance except for a couple of token missions. That said, his role as the cipher-solving handyman was truly inspired.
The contents of this page are encrypted.
Honestly though, these are very small niggles, in a game which is a vast improvement over what was already a strong contender. And we've not even mentioned one of the best new features. We were a little dubious at first, but the customization options really drive home how hard UB Montreal has worked to progress the franchise. It's funny how the option of buying your own weapons and armour make things that much more interesting, and it's surprisingly difficult deciding which colour scheme to go for. Renovating the villa adds an unexpected layer of complexity too, and prioritising different upgrades can make a big difference to how far those florins will stretch, especially when it comes to new armor or weapons.
Salute, Claudia.
You here to look at the book?
Pro tip, upgrade the big money makers ASAP so you can reap the rewards for the duration of the game.
A presto, Ezio.
20 hours in and the story is showing no signs of slowing up. The plot continues to thicken and the intrigue blankets Venice like a burial shroud. This is one of the very few games we'll be playing to 100% completion, and there's no higher praise than that. 4.5 out of 5.
The Auditori are not dead! I'm still here! Me! Ezio! Ezio Auditore!